A blow to the stomach. That's what police say killed this little girl. And now her father is charged with murder.
We broke that news right at 5 o'clock, and since then we have been able to talk with police about those murder charges. 24-Hour News 8's Ken Kolker. He spent the day talking with Deshaun Threat's devastated family.
But we're starting with 24-Hour News 8's Marley Ginter, who got a chance to ask police some questions just a few minutes ago. Marley?
Well, Sue and Brian, detectives just wrapped up out here confirming this little girl died from blunt force trauma to her abdomen. Just a very tough day for everyone out here. Let's show you who we're talking about. We're talking about 2-year-old Zayana Driggs Threats. This all started yesterday morning. An ambulance and the Grand Rapids Fire Department were called out to her home on 4th Street Northwest because she was not breathing. Now, medical personnel got there, determined that she was already dead, and the Grand Rapids Police Department was called in to start investigating. Now, at that point, her father, 21-year-old Deshaun Threats, was arrested. But now we have confirmed that the little girl has been ruled her death a homicide. A very emotional time out here for detectives. Listen in. This has been a tough investigation, obviously, of course, for detectives.
Yes, I mean, majority of the detectives, we have children, and you never want to go into a crime scene that involves, another child. So I think it's very hard on everybody.
And her father, 21-year-old Deshaun Threats, is already in jail. He will be arraigned tomorrow morning on a felony charge of murder. And of course, we will be following this situation very closely. Of course, as you saw, just a very emotional time for detectives as they've been wrapping up this case. Back to you.
Marley, thank you. Our breaking team coverage continues right now with 24-Hour News 8's Ken Kolker just a few blocks away at the courthouse. Ken, what are you hearing?
Good afternoon. I'm Deborah McNabb. I'm the circuit court referee assigned to hear this
matter. The murder charge was filed today. The baby's great-grandmother told us that the father, her grandson, called her from jail yesterday.
He was on the phone just bawling. He's like, Granny, I didn't do it, nothing to my baby, Granny. He said, I love my kids. You know I love my kids, Granny. He said, I didn't do anything. He said, I don't know what happened.
21-year-old Deshaun Threats is facing a murder charge in the case. He had been charged with child abuse until autopsy results came back this afternoon. The little girl was found dead yesterday morning in her parents' West Side home. Police today told 24-Hour News 8 that he was caring for the girl that night. Threats' family says the mom told them that the girl had been fussy the night before.
She said she heard a little moaning and groaning, and that was it. She was a little fussy, and that was it. She said Deshaun went into the room, and looked, and then I guess she must have calmed down or whatever. And she said they went back to bed.
Her family called her Buttons because of her bright blue-green eyes.
She was just a delightful little girl. She really was. I just don't know. I just don't know what happened.
His relatives say they knew about domestic violence between the parents, but they say that does not mean he would hurt the girl.
I just don't think he would do anything like that. I can't see that. I can't, and I'm praying that that's not what happened to that baby.
We all are praying that didn't happen to her.
What they don't understand is why the girl's mom would take out personal protection orders against him, then let him live with her and the kids.
I can't see a mother loving their kids would stay with someone that they think will hurt their kids, or even leave them alone with their kids if they felt like they would hurt them.
The girl's great-grandmother said the father left a voicemail for her yesterday morning.
He said, Granny, it's important. He said, call me.
But she could not reach him or the mom. She checked hospitals, then watched the news.
I knew it was Buttons. I knew it was her. I just don't know what happened to her. And I want to know, what happened to her. I just don't know.
Now today, Deshaun Threats was actually in this courthouse for a hearing over the child he has, a younger child he has with that same mom. Today, a referee ordered that child be cared for by the Department of Human Services. Also at 7 tonight, the families are planning a vigil outside the home where this happened on 4th Street. Live in Grand Rapids, Ken Kolker, 24-Hour News 8.